They'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 30 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So here are the Saints under longtime head coach Sean Payton. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
Brees now on first down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Kamara. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. 62 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. Brown with the stick skills. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. And that's incomplete. And here now the Baltimore offense.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Draw play, Ingram now. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking Thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jihad Ward. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Now Breeze.
Okay, you know my bias is...
And the pressure gets to him again. Jihad Ward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson on first down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that's caught inside the 30. And now running down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 67 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
36, 61, matchbox lights, 14.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Breeze. And incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it's going to be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Watch the screen. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Jackson. And an alley to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free.
He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So thanks to the late touch, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other.
Kamara has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We're going to shut you down.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
To throw is Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Saints' 10-yard line.
On second down, it's Ingram. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So I just bring
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Under pressure, they got him again. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got room. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Single.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. They're spinning now.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So here's a 1st and 10. A toss to Murray. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They go with Murray again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Opposite. Small.
Breeze now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson able to get away. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Jackson from the gun on third down. Forced out to his left. And he's got Snead. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Now, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger. But Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he will take.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Posse, Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, as they match up with the NFL's all-time passing leader.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens, led by the leading rusher amongst quarterbacks in 2018. In his second season now, Lamar Jackson. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Throwing is Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill. Here we go.
Army. 48.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Gibb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Kill. Top Hey, Zoo. You got nothing.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Too little.
Breeze now on first down. Caught on the left side by Gibb. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, 5-9.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Kill.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Check.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 39. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Right here. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
To throw again, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Linebacker Demario Davis made the move from the New York Jets to the New Orleans Saints before the 2018 season, and that move really paid off for him. Always a terrific player. Now he was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in his NFL career.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson throwing once more. Snead's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs of making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence. That big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks, and then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
48 for Mike. Hey. Go. Mike 48. 12.
Just heavy on the edges. Hey, alert 48. Alert.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And Kamara has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. This pass into the arms of Snead, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is Ingram.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there to complete that one.
Mike. Check. Watch 54. Right there. 54. Right there.
They'll run here with Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
48 to Mike.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Again has it complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's go.
Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
After review of the play, the running on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, kill.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Hey, box truck.
Let's get off the field. 48 for Mike. It's been a long day for you. Mike, 48.
Ready, tackle.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Hey, exit.
48.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Wood.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
48, come on. Sammy. Man out. Bud.
48 for Mike.
You must be drinking.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jihad Ward showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
53. Hey, Charlie.
Another try after the first down sack. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 3.
X3, 218, chopper.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Jackson. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now we'll throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check. 36 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
On first down, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
Let's go.
Breeze will try again on second down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's great.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sheldon Rankins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You ain't doing nothing. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is Cook with the grab. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They run. It's Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Run. 57's the mic. Watch the door. Bring it. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
Now Breeze on third down. And Gibbs got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
That's it. Big hit. You killed. Hey, Orban. We gotta get this stop here, D. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 57's the mic.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never try. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Mid beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints as they match up with the second-year man, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to...
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. This one taken from the 7. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. Former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the gun on third down, Jackson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
21. 36 to Mike. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Well, he's going to take. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 36. Mike 36. All day.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now Jackson on first down. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Ready? You ready?
On the ground, Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, Saints.
Here we go.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 12. And the Saints first down.
Check 48's the mark. Check 48's the mark.
Running with Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? 95-56.
Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike, 36. Mike.
Here, 21.
Hey, exit.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
On second and 12, Breeze again has it complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Switch. Check.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now a run with Edwards. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down, Jackson. Steve's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They go play action now. Jackson Flush to his right. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. To throw on third down. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
You kill! 2-yard line. 48 to Mike. 36. Mike, 48. Mike. Bravo! Push him back. Hey, alert 48.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. P.J. Williams with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he loses the football a second time. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Five. Mike 48. Here it comes.
2nd and 13. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Hey, Charlie. 48's the mic. I'm here all day. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Man, I got... You're good. Mike 4, ready. 48's the mic. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9. At the Saints' 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. That one good for 26 and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 8-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Breeze now. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Fighting through, and he's got space. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And the lead is down to 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This will be taken short. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Opposite. Tighten up. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Two kills. Hey, Wahoo.
Come on.
Mike 48. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Now. Hey, look.
On first down, Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch?
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Bree's going to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ready? You ready? 12.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's just me and you. Let him. 57 to Mike. 57. Yes.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown,
from 10 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Kill.
They're going to try and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
A loss of 9 on the play.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football. I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead,
they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams...
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Jet bombers. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we got Mike. You killed. Come on. Hey, seam 6. Check, 48's the mic. I got one. Tonight.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze looking middle, and it's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
48 for Mike. I got it. 21. Mike, 48. Got to do better. Go. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, look, 48.
To throw is Breeze. And he fends him off. escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
They can't stop me out here.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Thomas barreling ahead. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing now is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, 48 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. He's back to throw. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many